Hello everyone. I've just gotten up. It's 4:30 in the morning. Just washed my face, ready to brush my hair. Next step is to put my hair back using my Eco Tools hair wrap. I'm going to moisturize my lips. I'm going to use my favorite at the moment is the Mugu Strawberry Tinted Lip Balm. It's a lovely rosy tint to the lips. Tastes good and actually feels really good as well. All those natural ingredients in there. Now I do under my eye area before I get dressed. Use either the Origin's GinZing or the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment. Because I want a little bit of eye brightening today, I'm going to use the Origin's one. I just sort of dab it gently under the eye area. Probably gone a little bit off center there, but I can't see what I'm doing. I normally wear contacts, but I don't have them on at the moment. But it's a great product. It leaves it really hydrated under there before I do my corrector or concealer. So now I'm just going to hydrate my skin before I get dressed. This is the Embroylisse one. I'll put down below what it is. But this is just great. It's very refreshing. And that way I go have my coffee, my breakfast, whatever, and get dressed. Then before I do any other makeup, I blot my skin just using these blotting tissues I got in a sample box recently. Then I move on to any correcting or concealing I need to do and priming. So I'm using the Eve Pearl Priming Moisturising Treatment. This stuff is great. I got it at IMATS recently and I love it. It's a great primer and it's great to get in my large pores around my sort of nose and chin area. And I just pretty much just dot it around my face and then work it in and then down my neck and area. Then I'm ready to do some correcting. This is the Physicians Formula Soft Yellow. I use it under my eye area. And it's really hydrated under there at the moment because of the creams that I might use. And I can either use my fingers or a brush. I think I just grabbed the wrong one there. I sort of realized it, but I was committed, so I just kept going. But then I'm going to use my fingers to sort of blend it in properly and gently. Then I'm ready to do some more correcting. This is the It by Redness. It actually looks like a foundation, but it actually really does do the redness very well around my skin. And that's the Bedellum little buffing brush that I got recently at IMATS as well. Got them both there actually. And I sort of just dot the product on and then around at any blemishes. I've got some on my cheek there and any sunspots, etc. that I sort of want to correct or conceal before I do the foundation. I know a lot of makeup artists probably do it sort of after the foundation, but I find as you can see there, I sort of buff it in and it works very well. I've tried it the other way, but with the foundation I'm using at the moment, it works better under it. You'll see shortly. So that's sort of all worked in. It sort of brightens my skin as well. Now I'm using another Bedellum Tools brush. This is the 957. I'm actually giving one away in my IMATS Inspired giveaway. I'll link that down below. And this is that new one I'm trying. It's the Kevyn Aucoin, I think the Airbrush foundation. Unfortunately, I've got so much lighting going on at the moment. That's why it's sort of very whited out. It's actually a beautiful beige color. It's actually very warm on my skin tone. But it looks very whited out and actually look like a mismatch, but it actually does work very well with my skin. Unfortunately, it doesn't show up on camera, but pretty much what I do with that flat top kabuki brush is buff in the foundation around my face. I dot it on and then just sort of buff away. And it does give a very nice, smooth, flawless airbrush finish. I don't really work it up too much though. I still let my freckles and any sort of natural other stuff show through my skin, but it really does help even out my skin tone, and it works really well with that It Cosmetics by Redness one. It doesn't cake up or anything. It goes really well in my large pores and works well with that other product. And it cuts down that redness, any other blemishes that I've got going on. You can't really see it, but it just gives me a nice natural glow or radiance to the skin. And I sort of work it around my neck area, the last bit I've got on the brush, and sort of around down my ear area. It probably sounds a little bit funny, but I know some people do their neck, or they completely forget, or they just do that sort of mask-like effect, and then it sort of get this little semicircle down their neck as well. I sort of try and work it around all that little bit of skin area that's going to show anyway. Otherwise it comes off very grey if I don't blend it in properly, and I sort of down my chin and that. But that's what works for me. I've made so many mistakes in the past. I'm slowly getting there. And now, hair adjustment. What is next? Oh, no, still more buffing. Still more buffing. And I've got a towel. What I do is I spot cleanse my brushes. And I'm using the, I think it's the Designer's Tools cleanse. I should show that. Yeah, there we go. And that really works well to spot cleanse and also deep cleanse as well. So I just spray the towel and then work the brush around, and then when I want to deep cleanse it, I can sort of spray it on there, or just use a shampoo, something gentle. Now we're ready to, I'm going to do my eyebrows. That's what I'm going to do now. And I'm loving the Hourglass Arch dual-ended eyebrow pencils. I actually showed two there. I've got the soft brunette and the dark brunette, just depending. I keep changing my hair highlights and colours. At the moment, I think I'm using the soft brunette. And I sort of just work it in and just flick it along. But because I was so worried about doing a scouse brow, I ended up doing, yeah, a little bit of a caterpillar. Never mind. It's better than an anorexic caterpillar. So now I'm going to do a bit of highlighting, and this is the YSL Touche Eclat, however you pronounce that. So just do it around where I want highlighting, around my eyes, etc. I just do it very gently on the brow bone. I have quite a prominent one. I don't need to emphasize it anymore. Then I just do a little bit of powder if I need, and that's the IT Cosmetics Jumbo. Look at that brush. It's like a microphone, one that I got at IMATS as well. I'll link that haul down below anyway, and I just do a very light touch around there. It's really just to sort of get any sort of oil, sort of set it. And yeah, I realised because of that tinted lip balm, it's sort of really washing me out with the light. Now I'm ready to do the eyes. I should be priming it, actually. I'm going to use my NARS Eye Primer. I normally do it before I do the foundation, but I'm sort of out of sorts because I haven't done this sort of thing before. So please like the video if you do want to see more. I'm sort of learning as I go. I think I'll have the lighting a lot better next time. But I sort of just dot it around. As you can see, it's white, but it blends in really well, and it actually helps even out any sort of redness that I have going on as well. It's a really nice light product, and it helps really set any eyeshadow on top of it. I'm not using any eyeshadow today, but it sort of helps any oils. I have very naturally oily lids. If I don't do it, it can tend to run any sort of eyeliner. But this eyeliner, the Face of Australia liquid eyeliner, is fantastic. It doesn't flake or run on me anyway, and I haven't had any allergic reaction. I do have contacts, or normally I would wear them. And I try and get as close as I can to my very short lashes. I normally am a lot closer to the mirror, so I'm going down to the one I've got on the desk there, and I use a Q-tip if I make any mistakes. Now I'm trying to curl my eyelashes. As you can see, they're very short, very short. And then that's when I normally do a bit of mascara. And then sometimes if I'm doing, and I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin, the volume mascara, as you can see there. It's actually surprisingly very thin, but and the brush is so thin. It was either going to be this one, the Giorgio Armani Killer Eyes, or I was going to buy this one. But I thought I got the foundation. I'll give this one a go, and I really do love it. It gets really close to the lashes, and I can work it out really well. It gives me a bit of volume, but it's actually gives me a lot of volume for what I have. Not too much length though. But it's great. It hasn't flaked on me. It's not too liquidy, and it hasn't dried out very quickly either. I might show this though. I actually am. I'm going to do a sort of overview and a haul of the sort of higher end products that I've picked up, so you can sort of see that. I just wanted to use a lot of these products to show you as well, ones I've been really enjoying. I just love the stupid faces I pull when I'm putting on makeup. Okay, now doing not bronzing, sorry, contouring, and I went a little bit off on this one. Couldn't see. I got that Makeup Forever bronzer at IMATS, as well as that Ray Morris Flawless shader. That brush range is the older one. She's bringing out a new line now, and I normally just sort of brush it along where I should be contouring and then brush it up. I sort of went way off, as you can see. I'm trying to correct that. I normally work a lot closer to the mirror than I do there. Now, done a little bit of buffing. Try and make that disaster a bit better. So now I go for my blush. I'm using a favourite of mine. It's the Too Faced Cocoa Rouge, I think it is. It's a beautiful dusty pink. Looks a bit peachy on camera there. I might either use the new Hokuhodo brush that I got. I normally do that for highlight powder though. I'm not sure why I grabbed that one. I think I realised, and then I used my, here we go, my Sigma one. Sort of blend it in a little bit better. If I need bronzer, that's when I bronze. This is the NARS Laguna one. It's got a little bit of gold finish to it. so I don't use it for contouring. And I'm using really exaggerated brush moves, I think, because I'm so self-conscious. It's quite funny. Anyway, I realized that and thought, hey, never mind. And if I do want to use a finishing powder, I have been loving the Hourglass ambient powders. I think that's the dim light I'm using, and that's another Bedazzle tool brush that I got at iMats. That's from the Eco range because it's just all synthetic. Yep, brush it around. I was sort of going all out just to show you what I normally would or wouldn't do. Now this is the Model in a Bottle setting spray. If I'm going to use it, I would do it now. But now I'm going to show you what I would do if I wear eyelashes. I wasn't going to, I thought, oh, what as well, just go all out. This is the 138. As you can tell, they're a lot thicker and voluminous than I would normally wear, but I wanted to be able to show you on camera. The ones I normally go for are a lot more natural looking. You can barely tell that I've got them on. I have them really close. So I've gone for a very exaggerated sort of eye look in this one. I just use the tweezers to pick them up at the outer end. That way if I do damage it, I'm going to cut it off anyway. So I sort of work out where they're going to sit on my eyelid, adjust them, cut them, whatever I need. Do a little eye bubble with my Duo eyelash glue, and that little bit that comes out afterwards is just the perfect amount that I run along the eyelash. And that way, by the time I've gone backwards and forwards, it's sort of tacky enough to apply and sort of set enough, should I say, to put it on. And I do it a little bit differently. Some people do it from the center and on an angle in the center. I sort of do it from the outside in. I find it works best for I have awkwardly shaped lids. It's the best way I can put it. So put it down, set it from the outer corner, and then adjust it to the inner corner. And then that way I can sort of pull it along if I need to, like if it's too far out or too far along, if that makes sense. So that's one on, one off. And because of the type of eyelash, I haven't sort of pushed it up enough. I really need to adjust it, which I'm doing there. It's just sort of, it's still tacky enough for me to adjust. So that way I sort of work my finger along and then I get that flick. And that's pretty much, I've done a bit of time lapse just to show you. That's pretty much the finished look. It's a little bit 1960s, a little bit Twiggies. I don't know what I was thinking there. But this is another new product I'm loving. It's the Kim Kardashian set. Got it at Mecca Cosmetica, just on a whim. But it's got a dual-ended pencil. It's their sort of natural lips that they've got going. That's the In the Flesh one. You've got a lip liner, and the other end is a lip crayon, and then you've got a lip gloss. So now that's the lip crayon. I'm sort of trying to nude out my lips, but it gives a nice sort of pinky finish. It's not sort of too pale. Because my lips are quite full, I really shouldn't be wearing too dark lipstick on there. Well, you can, but not with those eyelashes. And that's pinky lip gloss. Only thing I don't like about it is that it's too long and narrow. It's a little bit weird with that applicator as well to sort of get the product, but I like the actual gloss itself. And we're done, finally. Honestly, it would take me half the amount of time to get ready, but I sort of just played around too much there, but it was fun. There we go. And thanks for watching.